Good evening, everybody. Alan Slaughter-Zinski for Brevard Sports Network, 321 Sportscast, Connect Sports, all of it. Anyway, it's been a while.
We're here at Dingers.
Right. We're here at Dingers in Rockledge, and I'm here with Tracy Rayum. And first of all, Tracy, sitting in this room brings back a lot of great memories because I'm going to pat us on the back for a minute before we get started talking about Connect Sports. I think back in 2019, the launch of 321 Sportscast that we did together, I think we really set a trend that has just done nothing but just take off from this point.
You set the trend. I was on Facebook.
Right.
But I will never forget the very first night 321 Sportscast launched, and you did the interview with Jay Sean Corbin. And I think it had 4,000 views that night, and everybody knew
it was on.
The game was going to change here in Brevard County, and
I think
you've never looked back since. So,
my man, thank you, buddy. We're here today to talk about a partnership that Tracy and I have had. He connects sports funding, and the information is there on the screen. It'll remain on the screen, and several of you coaches I've already reached out to about this. But, Tracy, for those that don't know, obviously – you know, Brevard County, first of all, it's illegal now, or you can't start booster clubs. It's just hard to raise money for athletic programs, not just in high school, Tracy, but in club too. First of all, what is Connect Sports Funding?
So Connect Sports Funding is a digital marketing platform. It's a crowdfunding platform similar to, you know, there's a few other good companies out there, Snap Raise, Vertical Raise. There's a few others. I can't think of all the names. But the concept is pretty simple. It's all done digitally. So the days of washing cars, you know, a lot of work for little reward.
Right.
It just they're good supplemental fundraisers, but there's nothing better than your network of people in your program getting a chance to donate without having to come down to a car wash. You can reach family and friends in New York, you know, Montana, Hawaii. They can easily make a donation with a click of a button. So it's an online digital platform where the team all participates. And what happens is our company, Connect Sports Funding, builds a campaign page for your team. And that campaign page will have pictures, it'll have your goal, and it'll tell you a little bit about the team. For instance, we just did one for Space Coast United. Some girls' teams were going to North Carolina. They needed a quick and easy way to raise money for North Carolina, which comes with a lot of hotels and gas and food.
Yeah.
You know, a weekend 4-day trip like that can be $1,500 at every turn event. So what we did is, you know, the girls that wanted to participate, we built one page, and they all created a login to this campaign. And they put in a bunch of cell phone numbers of relatives, grandparents, aunts, uncles, and friends of their mom and dad that have income-producing jobs or are retired. And that message goes out in a real nice, pleasant way, and they're able to make a donation. The way I like to kind of explain it is, have you ever been to I'm sure you've pulled up to several car washes. Because we know several things.
Absolutely.
For one, I'm picky about washing my car. I like to go to a place that washes my car. But, however, it's not going to prevent me from pulling into that car wash. You know, if I see Rockledge, you know, basketball at AutoZone, you know, I'll pull up and give them $20.
Right.
But I'm like, I don't got time for you to wash my car. I make an excuse, and then I pull back. But I did what I wanted to do. I made a donation.
Right.
So the concept is a lot of people don't have time. They don't want you washing their car. They don't even like chocolate candy bars. They don't like gummy bears, but they want to give money.
Right.
This eliminates all the kind of, you know what, in between.
Right.
And it tells them, hey, Aunt Susie, you know, we're on a mission to get to Castle, North Carolina. We're doing some big things. We need hotels, we need uniforms, we're paying for tournament fees, training, but anything you can do to help, just hit that button right there, and Aunt Susie can hit that button and make a nice donation. When it's done collectively as a team, very good money can roll in.
What I like about what you do, Tracy, is it's simple, it's fast, and it's easy for the teams. It's easy for the coaches. If a coach is interested, how would they get this ball rolling?
Say the word. What we pride ourselves on, and me specifically here in Brevard County, now we're a national platform, but Brevard County is my baby because I work with a lot of – so I want to make sure every coach knows that I understand that you don't want to add more things to your plate. You've got coaching, you're probably teaching or working, you got a family. So if you're interested in starting a fundraiser with us, I tell every coach, you just say the word, we'll do all the work. We'll build the campaign, and I'll personally come out and talk to your team for 5 to 10 minutes with a nice little instruction sheet. And that's it. The kids can go home. They have an instruction sheet that says you got 3 simple steps. Log in, upload your selfie, and put in your contacts for your network, and it's done. Now, I will give the coach access to the platform, obviously, so they can look at how their team is performing, and they can manage their kids however hard they want to, you know, whether they've put in contacts. It can also get fun. You can put contests in place. Whichever athlete puts in the most contacts gets a gift card or gets
Right.
to take off a day of practice or
Right.
doesn't have to do push-ups or run laps. So there's ways to incentivize the kids. But if you've ever washed cars or sold candy bars, there's nothing better than raising money from sitting on your couch for 15 minutes and it's done.
Nothing more depressing than seeing a Lowe's or a Home Depot bucket a quarter of the way filled, right? I mean,
Well, the problem with car washes is the coaches and the parents end up washing all the cars.
Right.
The kids are standing out at the road dancing and
throwing water on each other.
not even working.
Right,
and then,
right.
And you'll be out there all day for what I consider like a couple $100.
I raise $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000. How fast do I get my money?
Well, the cool thing about me is I write the checks.
There you go.
So the campaign typically has a 5-week cycle.
Right.
But a lot of the action happens in pretty much day. Let me give you an example.
Yeah.
Vieira Cross Country, we launched their campaign 2 nights ago.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not even fully going yet. We've only had about 7 kids that were at the meeting that logged in. They're almost, I think they're over $2,000 today, or really close. So that's not like I'm not trying to give you a dragon jackpot. I have a lot of teams that have done, a lot of softball and volleyball teams that hit $10,000 and $12,000.
Bowling.
I got a basketball team here that hit $42,000.
Wow.
Space Coast Bowling, I think we did right around $10,000, and it helped that awesome team to get to Ohio.
Right.
Which, that I think their Ohio trip was $50,000. So I'm not trying to waste anyone's time and bring a few. And I know people that donate a few $100. That's awesome.
Right.
But I'm telling these coaches, like, if you let me talk to your team for 5 or 10 minutes, I'm guaranteeing on a bad run, I'm trying to get you $2,500 if I talk to the team.
And the beautiful thing about Tracy is that he's not a guy that's gonna. You reach out, Tracy's right back to you. I mean, that's the thing I've always loved working with you is the communication. The communication is always open. It's easy.
Through text or email.
Through
if
text,
you call me, you are not going to.
Well, yeah, right. I know that. That's for sure. But, again, the easiest way to do this is just simply to log on to Connect Sports Funding, correct?
No, really the best way is just to message me on,
there you go.
On Facebook or to email me. You can email my 321sportscast@gmail.com.
Gotcha.
You don't have to log on. Alan, the cool thing also that we have an advantage of any company, me and you together, is we can promote these campaigns for every team.
Absolutely.
So we can bring our awareness between me and you to over 40,000 people here in Brevard.
Easy.
And every time I do a post, and you've committed to start posting these, every time we post a team, a few $100 rolls in.
There you go.
And it just helps get that message out there. I'm passionate about helping kids any way we can, because how many times have we walked into a gym and the cheerleading team, the mats are not very good, or
right.
The equipment's bad. And some schools have it better than others, but everybody has a need for money because it's expensive.
It is. And stop and think about the things we see and the things that we don't know that they want to do. Rockledge football is going to Duncanville, Texas. That's an expensive trip, Tracy.
Add that up. 50 kids,
right.
times plane tickets and hotels and food, and you throw a little bit of fun on top of that. That could be $50,000 to $100,000 trip.
Easy.
So to answer your question, though, of anyone that starts a fundraiser with us, I'll get you a check in a week. And then what happens is the campaign keeps on running, and then I get you the balance after the campaign's over. But I've even fronted some teams money.
There you go.
Without even putting a contact.
That's the beauty of having it local too, which is huge, because you're right here. Like you said, Brevard. It's a national platform, but Brevard County is your baby.
I played sports here. I work with teams. You see them every day.
Yes.
There's almost no better feeling than giving them a check and saying, you guys did a good job. I hope you put this to good use, and your kids have a better season because of it.
There's no doubt you will. And, again, the information has been there on the bottom of the screen, and this won't be the last time you see Tracy and I on camera together. In fact, we recently connected on a deal with Club 321 Sportscast Baseball we're excited about. So there are a lot of things happening between Tracy and I moving forward, and glad to be a part.
Hey, man, this guy's the trendsetter. I'm just along trying to keep pace and do some cool things myself. But, Alan, we appreciate everything you do, man. I see it out there, dude, and no one can keep up with you. We can just kick back and watch some of the interviews and enjoy it ourselves.
Well, I appreciate you, Tracy. For Caleb, who's always behind the camera there, I want to thank Caleb. And Tracy Rayum of Connect Sports Funding. I'm Alan Slaughter-Zinski for the Brevard Sports Network. Have a great night, everybody.
Thank you.